Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Fade, and I'm bringing you my first video, a team analysis of my team for the Reddit Battle League. The RBL for short is Season 3, and I'm going to give a little recap of the RBL, rules, a little bit of background on my team, and then go into my team. So, the Reddit Battle League is it's a battle league like the GBA and the UCL here on YouTube. However, it's on Reddit. That's the main difference. Currently comprised of 16 team members, team managers. But last season it was split between the A League and the B League. It was to add a little bit of interesting battles and stuff like that. This season we joined both leagues together and we changed the rules from last year's more GBA style drafting to this year's more UCL style drafting. Now, GBA, Global Battle Association, and the UCL, the United Championship League, are both leagues here on YouTube. For the GBA, they have their own YouTube channel. I might link that in the description. For the UCL, they don't have their own channel, but there's a whole bunch of PokeTubers, Shady Penguin, Moheat, A Drive, now Mega Mogwai, Joey Pokegame, a whole ton, King Nappy, a whole ton of YouTubers that have UCL content on their page. So if you want to go check those things out, just so you can get a background of what a draft style league is, feel free to check those pages out. But last season for the UCL, we took their rules. Well, this season for the RBL, we took last season's UCL rules, which is you draft 3 Pokemon from OU, 3 Pokemon from UU, 3 Pokemon from RU, and instead of their 3 Pokemon from NU, we drafted 2 Pokemon from NU and a wild card, just to make team building fairly easy. Because if you had 3 NU mons, with how often they will not be used, it's more likely that you won't be bringing your 3 NU mons to a lot of games. So I might as well give you a free choice of any Pokemon from UU and below, so that you can pick up something you maybe need for the team. So that's the rules. We also had a Mega Draft that was, excuse me for that, that was randomized on its own, and it was one draft where we picked up our Mega Pokemon early before we actually drafted, just so that it gives us a better sense of how to build our team. Since you have one star of the show, your Mega Pokemon, it's much easier to build around that Pokemon, because you kind of know what type of team you need to build. You need to build a balanced team, hyper offense, stall, etc., etc. So before we get into this team this season, I want to shout out my team, the New York KECLEONS, from last season, just to bring the hype. So last season we didn't do too hot. We were 5-7 at the end of the season, barely missing it to go into playoffs, and that sucked. However, those numbers do not mean anything when it comes to the team. We have tacked on a number of good accolades. We are the only team to defeat aside from us, undefeated Philadelphia Feraligators, coached by Alinsko. We were the only team that beat him and also beat the second best team, in my opinion, the Miami Heat, coached by Warriors. They changed their name now to the Flintropias. That was a very, very close match. I love that match. I love rewatching it. I love battling, doing the mock battle against it. Also, beating those two, we were the only team to then give the next best team, Frosty Alpha, a run for his money. And I think that's saying something, that a team that at the beginning of the season was 0-3 gave the 3 best teams in the B League like a run for their money. Like, those battles were intense. What else did we pick up? We had our mega go from 0 and 2 to like 8 and 4 in like 3 weeks. We had our whole team like pick up kills. We had interesting sets like Choice Scarf, Hitmonchan, and Assault Vest, Regenerator, Reuniclus, and Wake Up Slap Alomomola. That, well, we didn't get to preview Wake Up Slap Alomomola, but it just shows that we're ready to do whatever it takes to take on our opponents, and if it means digging into move pool to bring out the best, we're doing it. So anybody we haven't battled yet, be ready. Anyone we have battled, prepare to face the thunder, because we're bringing it. So this season, I think we have a very, very, very strong team. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like we have one of the best teams in the league this season. But let's get into it. So, the Mega Draft, we didn't place too high. We were 15th out of 16. So, knowing that we were very, very low, I was thinking either I draft a very strong OU Pokemon, OU Mega, or I draft a UU Mega and save all my OU slots for power, because I know I have a pretty good slot when it comes to the regular draft. I was 6th place. So I'm looking at the Megas going away from me. I'm looking at Mega T-Tar gone, Mega Scizor gone, Mega Metagross, Mega Charizard X, just Mega Altaria just gone, Mega Sableye gone. The things that I wanted to draft, and I'm like, you know what? That's fine, because I can look into the other Pokemon that I wanted to draft that were in lower tiers. I wanted to draft Mega Ampharos. Then I was like, gaining a Dragon typing actually gives you more weaknesses. That's not that beneficial. And then I wanted to draft Mega Diancie, which was still on the board, and I was like, I'm not too fan of 4x weaknesses. I'm not too fond of 4x weaknesses. Sorry guys, it's pretty late recording this. I ended up going with, let's see if we can get it here, Mega Blastoise. Mega Blastoise is freaking awesome. It gains a ton of defense and special defense, and 50 points. Sorry about that. That's Skype for you. 50 special attack points. I believe regular Blastoise is 85. But with 135 special attack and Mega Launcher, which boosts Pulse and Aura move. Pulse, and, yeah, I think Pulse and Sphere or Pulse and Aura moves. It hits really hard. It gives me a bulky water Pokemon from the jump with those defenses, base 120, base 115, physical and special defense respectively. HP is workable, speed is not the greatest, 78 speed, you're not really outspeeding much. But with those defenses, I don't really think I'm going to be investing too heavily in speed. This gives me a bulky water type, and in draft leagues, in any league that you're in, a bulky water type is a must, because it's very easily, it can easily become defensive with its defenses and access to the move Scald. And since it's a water type, it only has 2 weaknesses, being grass and electric. And what Mega Blastoise also gave me was a rapid spinner, which was amazing. There's a very small move pool. I mean, very small pool of viable rapid spinners when it comes to draft formats. You either get a rapid spinner that's really, really good and can be offensive or defensive, wherever you want. And then you get Pokemon like Claydol, who pretty much are there just to rapid spin. They can't really give you much else. So, not to disrespect Claydol, actually, Claydol was on a really good team last season. My boy TJG's team. but that's beside the point. This gave me a rapid spinner, gave me a bulky water, it also gave me a very hard special attacking mon. I mean, base 103 attack is okay, but I don't think I'm gonna be using it too often. So this is my boy, Mega Blastoise, Mega Arm Cannon, Suijin, Nickelodeon. I don't know what I'm gonna name it. If you watched the Pokemon Cipher 2013, you know where the Nickelodeon nickname come from. Yeah, I have nothing else to pick from this. Oh, actually, yes. When in whatever tier your Mega fell in the Mega Draft, you lose the first round pick of that tier. So you draft an OU Mega, you miss OU round 1 because that would be the tier that you drafted that Mega in a sense. So picking a UU Mega gave us all 3 OU selections, and knowing that I was pretty high on the draft, I'm like, you know what, this gives me access to a great amount of Pokemon. Like they're just right for the picking. So going into OU round 1, only 4 managers got drafted UU Megas. It was Warriors with Mega Aggron, TJG with Mega Sceptile, Totoro with Mega Sharpedo, and me with Mega Blastoise. So we were the only people that actually got to draft from OU round 1, and I was so conflicted. I was like, okay, either I pick up Jirachi or I pick up Mew. They're both very, very versatile. Mew gives me literally almost every move in the game, learns every TM, learns every HM. Can be stupid versatile. Jirachi gives me Serene Grace and Shenanigans. Also gives me Wish and Healing Wish. Mew gives me Defog. But I'm like fighting between the two. And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pick up a Steel type later on. So let me get Mew because I don't want to face other Mews. Like, there's no way I want to, like, I don't want to keep this on the table for anyone else to grab because Mew, it's really hard to counter. So I ended up drafting Mew. Young Mew's paper. It's very hard to read them. It's a great Pokemon, base 100 across the board, which means it can be anything you want it to be. It can be physically defensive, especially defensive. It can be physically offensive, especially offensive. Fast sweeper. It gains. I mean, Mew learns I think 10 moves. One move every 10 levels it learns. Level 10 levels it goes up. Sorry guys, once again, very very late. It's actually like 11 p.m. I'm supposed to be asleep. But of those moves that are like kind of notable and kind of usable, we got Reflect type, Baton Pass, Nasty Plot, Aura Sphere, Transform. I believe it's one that they learn and level up. I think those are the best ones. Yeah. But other than that, it learns every TM, it learns every HM, it learns every tutor move. You can run all types of crazy movesets with Mew. In OU, in Smogon, Shoutout and stuff, it's mostly defensive, knockoff, Will-O-Wisp, Soft Boil, or Roost, and possibly Defog. Sorry about that. But in a counter team format like these leagues, Mew is actually one of the best Pokemon to pick up because it learns so many different moves. It's like, oh, you put in a Dark type, haha, Dazzling Gleam. Oh, you brought in a Grass type, haha, Fire Blast, and you can run it Assault Vestige, you can run it Life Orb, you run it Expert Belt because it learns so many moves. You can run it Specs, Ban, Scarf, whatever you want because Mew is literally that versatile. So I kinda regret not picking up Jirachi because it's versatile as well, but I'm very happy that I picked up Mew. Mew is going to be essential to the team. And I'm like, I think I'm going bulky offensive for the rest of the draft just because of Mega Blastoise and Mew. So let me just keep it going. But the next round, every steel type started dropping. Jirachi gets drafted, Excadrill gets drafted, Ferrothorn gets drafted, Heatran gets drafted, Lucario gets drafted. And I'm like, crap, like beating myself up, like, oh, steel types are so good because of their resistance. They're such defensive Pokemon. They can take hits because they resist like 11 types. I think it's 11 or 10. I might be wrong. So I'm like, crap. Who do I pick up? And then it hit me. I'm like, I'm going bulky offensive. I need to pack like a couple wall breakers because, you know, bulk. It's gonna, you know, end up having like 60-70 turn matches just straight up off bulk. I need to pack a couple wall breakers to come through and sweep. And we picked up my boy Infernape, young SoundCloud. So you gotta catch this Nicknape. Look at these stats. 104 in both its attack and special attack, and 108 speed. No, it says UU in the tiers, but we put it in OU in our league. Fighting fire, typing is not the greatest, but it does mean it can switch in on rocks a lot because, well, not a lot, but it can switch in on rocks because fighting resists it, so it's neutral. But with those offenses, this thing can be super versatile. That speed allows me to speed creep other slower mons. Those attack and special attack allows me to run it in mix. I can run it with Overheat, Fire Blast, Grass Knot, Vacuum Wave. It's actually one of the few Pokemon that gets Vacuum Wave and Mach Punch and Swords Dance and Nasty Plot. It also gets Bulk Up and Calm Mind, which I think is hilarious. But its defenses are not that great. 71 physical defense and special defense not that great. 76 HP is, and it's fine, but you're gonna mostly see me like pack all the EVs into one of its attacks, and the speed is just gonna come in, do a lot of damage, and then switch out. It actually gets U-turn as well, so that's a really good move, giving me initiative. Gunk Shot. I think it gets Acrobatics, Fake Out. It gives me Stealth Rocks and Taunt, which is actually pretty impressive. And if you keep a Monferno, level it up a lot, and then evolve it into a Blaziken, wow, I'm very sleepy. Into an Infernape, it gets Slack Off, which is weird. You know, it gets its own sort of recovery. I probably won't run it, but you never know. With me, I'll probably put Slack Off on an Infernape. But yeah, this mon is great. It punches holes in teams and gets out. That's its job. That's what it's supposed to do. So with some weakening of teams, I can send in Infernape and just sweep your phone off. Just sweep the rest of it. So yeah, that's my boy SoundCloud. And I gotta go back. I'm thinking in the draft mode. I gotta go back to being a little bit defensive. That's the best game I know how to play. Playing bulky offense, and I knew I was gonna pick an electric type in this turn. I wanted to pick Zapdos. I was so set on Zapdos. Actually, it was really late. I was telling my assistant coach Zach Samara 2022. I'm like, dude, if it gets to me and I'm asleep, pick Zapdos. And he's like, why? And I'm like, oh, because it's a bulky bird, gives me another defogger, gives me another Volt, it gives me a Volt Switcher, and it also gets a U-turn. Its move pool is decent, but it's enough to get the job done. And he's like, yeah, but it's hardest hitting stab. You're only getting one stab out of it, which is electric. And I'm like, yeah, but I need an electric type. And he gives me a fast electric type. And he was like, okay, just letting you know, the Rotom Wash is still on the field. And I'm like, wait, seriously? So we picked up Rotom Wash. Dude, 50 HP is trash, but that's common for ghost types to have very, very low HP because they have very high bulk. like Rodriguez and so on and so forth. But this isn't a ghost type, but it comes from a ghost type, so it's understandable the HP. But base 107 defenses and 105 special attack is so good, so good. This thing can be physically defensive, it can be specially defensive if I want it to be. It doesn't have the best recovery. It has pain split, but with those defenses, you're guaranteed to at least take a hit and weaken your opponent just by taking some HP from them. It can Volt Switch, it can Thunderbolt, it can Dark Pulse, it can Hydro Pump, which hits like crazy. It gives me a mon that gets T-Wave, Will-O-Wisp, and Toxic. Well, every mon gets Toxic, but this thing can pack a status. Base 105 special attack still hits relatively like hard, even if it's uninvested. But with that special attack and that speed, allows me to actually run a choice specs choice specs or choice scarf to go on wash because of the special attack and speed respectively. There's a lot of things I can do with this mod. It doesn't have to be bulky, but it's most likely going to be bulky. That's what I like about my team so far. They can do one thing, but also have other roles they can fit. So I was like, great. This thing gives me a levitator, so I can switch in on earthquakes that Rotom Wash, not Rotom Wash, that Infernape would otherwise not want to be in on. But it does give me a second grass weakness, and I don't want to fall into the same hole that I fell in last season, where I had no answers to grass types or ice types. Like, they dismantled my team. I like almost got destroyed by an Abomasnow in my first match. Like, crazy. So I'm like, okay, we need to patch up the grass weakness. We need to we can start getting a couple more wall breakers, and then we're gonna pick that up in UU. Like, I had such high hopes for UU. I was gonna pick up my ideal pickups were Cobalion and Goodra. It gives me two mons that have a high defense or special defense plus really good offense at the same time, and both can be mixed. But they both got taken. Goodra gets taken first round, and I had to miss first round because I picked up Mega Blastoise, and then right before my picking second round, Cobalion gets drafted, and I'm like, okay, let's think of the roles that we're gonna play on the team. Cobalion was gonna be my resident fairy killer, Goodra my dragon. So I need to get a fairy killer and a dragon. So Nidoking was picked up. I had a couple ideas for other fairy killers, and I'm like, what do I pick up? And I hit up my assistant coach and I'm like, crap, Cobalion's taken. He's like, dude, chill out, just take Nidoqueen, dude. And I was so happy because I was actually laddering in UU with this, and I totally forgot about it when it came to the draft. But Nidoqueen is a bulkier yet less hard hitting, I guess, Nidoking. Its offenses aren't like Nidoking's like 102 attack or something like that, and like 80 something special attack. It's 92, 75. Not the best, but 90 HP, 87 physical defense, 85 special defense means I can run it a little bit more bulky, can take hits a little better. 76 speed is workable for a scarf. I can slap a choice specs on this thing. Even though 75 special attack seems low, it gets access to sheer force. And once you look at this thing move pool, it's nothing but sheer force. Nothing but sheer force. It's Sludge Wave, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, Fire Blast, Thunder, Ice Beam, Blizzard, Thunderbolt, Flamethrower, Shadow Ball. Like, what the hell? On the physical side, it gets Rock. I think it's Rock Tomb, Rock Slide. It gets Sheer Force boosted. I think it gets Sucker Punch. It doesn't get Sheer Force boosted, but it gets Sucker Punch. Dang, I'm blanking out on the physical side. It gets Outrage, which is actually pretty cool. It's Superpower, which is actually pretty cool. It gets Counter, which is workable. It gives me another stealth rocker, but it also gives me a toxic spike user, and it also gives me a mon with roar and dragon tail, which for phasing capabilities. This is really good. Oh, I didn't save the nickname for Rotom. Oh, I'm sorry. His nickname is gonna be Maytag mostly. Probably not first week, but probably Maytag after that. But Nidoqueen is gonna be Queen Latifah, because I mean it has Queen in the name, why not? And if it's not Queen Latifah, it's gonna be Poison. Why? Because you can't trust a big butt and a smile. Look at this lady grinning. She out here grinning. And I'm like, alright, cool, I got my fairy killer. Now I need to get my dragon. And once again, chat to my assistant coach. He's like, dude, get Kyurem. Look at that HP. Look at those offenses. Look at this move pool. You can be physical, you can be special. At speed, I think 95 base speed, you can check slap a choice scarf on that. He's gonna be outspeeding a lot of Pokemon. Get Kyurem. And I'm like, yo, that's really good. I might pick up Kyurem. Like, we're so convinced on Kyurem. It gets up to my spot, and I'm like, bruh, I'm taking Noivern. Oh man, I had to get Noivern. It's a wall breaker in a sense. I mean, you look at these stats of 97 special attack, not that great. 85 HP with 80 defenses. It's not that, like, it's not taking hits too well unless it resists it. But base 123 speed is what makes it a wall breaker. And why I say that is that it is the fastest dragon, which means I normally don't have to slap a choice scarf on this thing. It's gonna outspeed anything below base 110. If I don't have a speed boost in nature, it ties with base 110. If I have a speed boost in nature, it outspeeds all the way up to, I believe, base 115. I did the calc, but I totally forgot. But what this means is I can slap a choice specs on this. I can slap a life orb on this because I don't have to worry about outspeeding things. I outspeed them. I just come in and do some damage. And with its move pool, it gets Shadow Ball, it gets Draco Meteor, it gets Focus Blast, it gets Hurricane, it gets U-Turn. So another mon with initiative, with that speed, so good. And if you look at its abilities, you got Frisk, which it's okay. I might take advantage of that, but I might not. But Infiltrator is so good. No light screens protecting you, no substitutes protecting you, no safeguards if I want to be cheeky and run toxic on this thing, which is weird. But yeah, I'm hitting you right behind that, all types of damage. Noivern, I'm actually kinda like proud that I picked up Noivern. Like, this thing is actually really cool. It's the only resident burp of the New York KECLEONs. But it's gonna do well. Young Kazijin, or Bats by Dre, or Sound Clash. I have a couple, like, 1,000 nicknames for Noivern. And I've already been tweaking Noivern. Also, with that speed means that I can speed creep enough to outspeed the fastest Pokemon on my opponent's team, and then just play around with the EVs after that. Also means that if I do run a choice scarf one, I don't have to run that much speed. Like, to be very honest, if I run choice scarf, I can throw everything in like HP or defense if I wanted to, if it worked for me. So that's an option. And I'm like, alright, I got the rose filled. They're both weak to ice. It's not that good, but the fairy types, which is one of the greatest, like, in my opinion, greatest types in league type format, or just the greatest type to get put in because it balanced out the meta. I need to get they're going slim, and I need to get a fairy type. So we're going into RU. And I'm like, the only fairy I want from here is Aromatisse. But if I get Aromatisse, I'm gonna miss my shot at getting my steel type that I wanted, Escavalier. So I'm like, Aromatisse, Escavalier. I need a fairy type. I want a steel type. I don't necessarily need a steel type. So we're going into RU, and Escavalier gets drafted. very early before me, and I'm like, oh, that made my decision for me. I am getting Aromatisse. Aromatisse is regarded to so many people as the ugliest Pokemon, but it's kind of cute. I kind of like it. We're looking at these stats: base 101 HP, base 72 defense. I know that's not that impressive, but if you look at the other bulky fairy type, Sylveon, Florges, this is actually higher HP and higher physical defense than both of them. Like, that's crazy. Which means I can slap like a whole bunch of EVs in physical defense and HP, and it can take hits from both sides, because base 89 special defense is actually pretty decent. Base 99 special attack is okay. This thing doesn't get that many attacking moves. It's Moonblast, it's Dazzling Gleam, it's Psychic, I believe it's Psychic or Sight Shock, it's one of the two. It's Energy Ball and it gets Thunderbolt, I believe, and I think that's about it. And that's okay because it's my Cleric. You get the Wish, it gets Protect, it gets the Screens. That speed is trash, but it gets Trick Room. But what's really cool is it has the ability Aroma Veil, and what Aroma Veil means that I can't be taunted, which means I can run Wish, Toxic, Light Screen, Reflect if I wanted to, and literally support my team the entire match and never die. Like, that's insane to think about. You can't taunt me. Ha! I'm still going for Light Screen or Reflect. Like, that's insane to think about. I probably won't do that because that if it comes down to just Aromatisse living, I'd have to Toxic Stall the rest of my opponent's team, and if you have a Steel type, well then it's GG. But it's an option. It's an option, and I think it fits the team really well. It doesn't add any weaknesses. It doesn't slow down my team when it means of like finding initiative and living long and taking hits. It does all of that for my team. Gives me a Wish Passer, which my team really needed. Gives me a Cleric and Aromatherapy and Heal Bell, which the easiest way to wear down Mega Blastoise is Toxic and prior damage. So you know, if you have something on the side healing it up all the time, it's gonna be able to tear holes in teams. So this is the support mama. It's gonna be named Ichia. Leave a comment in the description if you get the name Ichia. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty awesome. I did miss out on Escavalier, which kind of sucks. I wanted an Escavalier, and I'm looking at my team and I'm like, I need more physical offense. And I'm talking to my assistant coach, I'm talking to Zach, I'm like, yo, I need more physical offense. He's like, I think you're okay on physical offense. You just need to, round out your team. I'm like, no, I need physical offense. I'm like dead set on it. Because the only physical mon I have is Infernape. So I'm like, I'm not looking for sweepers. I'm looking for bruisers. Something to come in, do some damage to the team, take some hits, and then leave the team open enough so that another Pokemon can kill it. So looking through the mons, and I pick up Dusknoir. You look at these, once again, Ghost type, HP 45, insane. I don't understand why they do that. But base 135 physical defense and special defense means that this thing is going to be taking a lot of hits relatively. Once again, only recovery is Pain Split, but with base 100 attack, sorry about that, but base 100 attack, it's going to be able to dent, like not dent crazy hard, but dent enough. It also has access to Will-O-Wisp as well, and also being a spin blocker, which is really good. And being a ghost type, it prevents, if I get hazards up on the field, it prevents my opponent from taking them away, unless I set up Toxic Spikes and they have a poison type, or if they have Defog. If their only way of hazard removal is a rapid spinner, I'm pretty much solid if I summon Dusknoir at the right time. Its abilities, Frisk and Pressure, are both pretty decent for this mod. Like it's bulky enough to be able to use Frisk, and I can see um, what type of item my opponent has, so I can play a little bit more knowledgeable against them. Like I see a Life Orb, I know I can wear it down by him attacking my Pokemons and then killing it, taking his own life away. If he has leftovers, I know that I have to knock that off or apply some type of toxic or something like that. If he has a choice move, I can take a hit, see what he's locked into, and switch into the appropriate switch. With Pressure, I can actually pressure stall some moves, like some Lighthouse and take Sacred Fire. I know like, oh well, if he uses Sacred Fire, now he only has like 8 left, and I can like stall out my opponent's moves. So it works with these defenses, and for this mod, Bakura, because it's taking you to the Shadow Realm. Yeah, if you haven't noticed by now, like a lot of RBL. But yeah, I'm very happy with Dusknoir. I was kind of unhappy like right after the draft. Like, I could have drafted like Steelix or something, but Dusknoir worked so much better than Steelix for me. So back into the draft, get my head in the game. Like, alright, cool. I need something for bird spam, because that's gonna happen. I know it's gonna happen. Talonflame's drafted. You got Mega Charizard X drafted. This is not bird spam, but it's gonna be spamming like flare blitz and like dragon blitz and stuff like that. Still going along with something that can take hits and dish out some decent amount of damage. And we go into my body is Reggie, the Regirock. Whoa. His ability is Clear Body, but it definitely gets sturdy as a hidden ability. 80 HP, 200 defense, 100 special defense. This thing can take hits, and with 100 physical attack with access to Rock Slide, I think it gets Stone Edge, Earthquake, it gets Thunder Wave, Power Up Punch, Drain Punch, Curse. I can run some interesting sets with Regirock. Being a pure rock type, you're not the greatest defensive typing, but you resist poison, resist normal, resist flying, resist fire. Okay, so you're not the greatest. But yeah, this thing can stop bird spam in its tracks if it wants to, and hit those flying types crazy damage. I just need to be able to look out for Earthquakes, because this thing plus Nidoqueen plus Infernape all weak to Earthquake. So I have to be very mindful of how I use Regirock, but I'm very happy that I have Regirock. So that concluded RU. I was going into NU, and I'm like, oh, tears are like rolling down my eyes, sweat is falling on my head, like building up on my head. I'm like, oh my god, if anybody takes this, I'm going to legit cry real tears. I think I drafted really late. I think I was 10th pick in NU first round, and I'm like shaking. It gets to me, and I was at work. I got the notification that it's my turn. I run to the bathroom. I check my phone. I'm looking through everybody's pickups, and like, nobody picked them up. Oh my god, nobody picked them up. Nobody picked them up. And I get to pick up the team mascot, the boy, your man, Captain EO, Captain Meliodas, my man KECLEONS. And yes, my team is looking hella slow in the later drafts, but it's whatever for me because I have the bulk for it. Base 120 special attack, 60 HP ain't that great. But what's crazy is you slap an assault vest on this thing, and max HP, max attack adamant, it can stand in front of Mega Charizard Fly's face and take any hit. Volt Slash does not take this thing down, and it drops it to a Rock Slide, which is insane. Also, KECLEONS is one of the few, actually I think the only, no, one of two. Frogadier is actually viable, but only one of the two Pokemon in the draft format that can actually use Protean, and I can use this to my advantage. It gets access to priority Shadow Sneak, priority Sucker Punch. This thing gets Rock Slide, it gets Thunder Wave, it gets Drain Punch, it gets Return, it gets what other moves? This thing gets Knock Off. I believe it gets Pursuit. I'm not too sure. It gets Shadow Claw. I know that for a fact. It has a versatile move pool. It can get Aqua Tail. It gets the elemental punches, and just turning into those types. Like, oh, I'm up against the fighting type. I can go for Sucker Punch and be immune. I'm going against the Psychic type. I can go for Shadow Sneak and be immune. If I'm going against the Psychic type, I can go for Sucker Punch and be immune. Turn into a Rock type before, like, knowing that going for a Rock Slide, knowing that they're switching in the Pokemon is probably gonna hit you with like a Flying type move or a Fire type and resist it. Base 70 defense is not the greatest. Base 60 special attack is trash. But this thing actually, with no special attack investment, Ice Beam takes out Lando T, I believe. After Intimidate, clearly Ice Punch wouldn't be the best thing to go for. But KECLEON, I've gotten people saying like, I want to see you use KECLEON, and my boy Cap from Cap and Crump, also on YouTube, also in the league, also made my awesome ass logo. If you didn't see that, I had a match with him, and I believe I went to like 93 turns, and there was a good point in time where he could not take down my KECLEON. Like, I know how to use KECLEON, and that's why I wanted to draft it so bad. So my boy EO is gonna be coming through KECLEON. If you know Captain EO, please tell me in the comment section below, because it's a perfect nickname for KECLEON. But KECLEON gets drafted on the rightful team. KECLEON is home, boys. KECLEON is home. And going into the rest of the NU, I'm like, there's only one Pokemon I actually really want. Only one. And I talked trash about it all through last season. There's only one Pokemon I actually want to draft, and there's Audino. Audino is on my mind the minute we started saying, oh, well, there's not that many viable Pokemon in NU, and I'm like, oh, these guys don't know Audino. Oh, okay, that's cool. Audino is another cleric for the team. It gets Wish, it gets Healing Wish, it gets T-Wave. It also gets Knock Off, a couple of actual competitive moves. Calm Mind, Dazzling Gleam, Hyper Voice. But it gets Regenerator and Wish. And last season I had a Lomomola to fill in my Regenerator and Wish process. And this season I have Audino. I'm naming my Audino Garchomp. Only because last season my Mega Garchomp was nicknamed Audino. Like, I talk so much trash about Mega Audino so often, but this mon is gonna be great. Base 103 HP is phenomenal. Base 86 defenses, I think that's on par with Mungus, because I think Mungus has base 86 defenses as well, and it's pretty bulky. It's very hard to take down Mungus because of the Regenerator. This thing gets Knock Off, T-Wave, Wish, and that's probably gonna be like the best moves. Like, come in, take off an item, Wish up, heal somebody else, come in, take off an item, Wish, heal somebody else. And yeah, that's my Audino right there. Young Garchomp. If it's purple, I'm gonna name it Garchomp because that's the shiny color. And the next Pokemon would be Wild Card. Hold up, I gotta drink some water. I'm getting hella late, sorry about that. And I'm like, I need a Dark type. That's the only thing I'm looking for. I need a Dark type. I need a Dark type that can take hits, because all of my weaknesses on the team are actually taken care of, except for my two Dark weaknesses in Mew and Dusknoir. They're both also weak to Ghost. And I'm like, alright, that's not good. I need something that resist both, or can take both fairly easily, and Dark resist both and resist both, and actually can hit both fairly well. So I'm thinking a Dark type. I was actually looking to pick up Pangoro because I wanted Pangoro last season, and I didn't. I ended up not settling on him because of his speed and overall, and I felt like I was going to be pretty much running the same move all the time. I really don't like doing that. I ended up picking up Scrafty, Dark and Fighting, 3 great abilities in Intimidate, Moxie, and Shedskin, and his defenses are great. Base 115, physical and special defense. Now I have like a Pokemon with like similar physical and special defenses. You got Rotom, you got Dusknoir, you got Audino, and it's just because I want a Pokemon that I want to be able to build my Pokemon very different. One week it could be physically defensive, the other week it could be special defensive, the other week it could have nothing in defense. Who knows? But Scrafty is great because base 58 speed is not the greatest, but he gets access to Dragon Dance. Base 90 attack is not the greatest, but he gets access to Bulk. Um, he gets access to Knock Off and access to High Jump Kick, Drain Punch. Shoot, I don't know any other fighting moves he gets that are actually really good, but with Intimidate, it can be physically defensive. With Moxie, it can be a sweeper. With Shedskin, it can be a setup sweeper. It's just so good. It works really well with the team because my team pretty much, like I said before, I needed mons that can weaken members up so that another marketers could come in and just sweep. And Scrafty can definitely do that with this team. It practices the Ice Punch, Poison Jab. I think we get the Elemental Punches and stuff like that. Aside from the move pool, it's just good. You just gotta watch out for flying types, which I have coverage. I have type coverage for. Bug types I have type coverage for, and fairy types which I have decent coverage for, I guess. So that actually wrapped up my draft, and I'm really excited. Did a lot better than what I did last season, and I'm very, very happy with that. I got a couple deep burner, bulk switchers. I got good bulk, like solid, decent bulk. I got very good special attackers, very good physical attackers. They're a well-rounded team, and I'm very happy with these 12. I think I'm gonna go very, very far with them. It just comes to how well me as a manager, as a coach, how well I can actually use these Pokemon. And that comes with training, that comes with practice, and that comes with just going out there and giving it my all, not being defeated. And with that said, guys, I hope this season turns out well. I'll be trying to upload team builders for my opponents as the weeks progress. Let's see how I work that. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your mother about this video, tell your sister about this video. Who knows, man? Just I hope you enjoyed the content. There will be more coming soon. Have a great day. Peace.